good, not good. Random birds, okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna dub today, talk like a Brit.
Satellite broadcast window is opening soon.
Yes,
All
yes.
upload data must be approved by your department supervisor.
Ahead of us.
Oh, here comes the loud battle music, I'm sure. Or no battle music at all. Oh, let's get over here. Oh yeah, sure, let's just go straight up to him. Yeah, that makes more sense. Does not. Doesn't make sense. Remington says sips tea. Huh. He's on fire! Put it out!
Attention. Satellite broadcast window is opening soon. All upload data must be
It's
approved
down
by
here.
your department supervisor.
I'll go ahead and take all this stuff. Another Archer log. Cool.
This is Project Overlord with an emergency message to Cerberus Command. We've experienced a catastrophic security failure and are requesting assistance. What do you mean our outgoing comms are jammed? How can it do that?
Talking about the VI. VIs are pretty strong. They're also pretty scary. Extend walkway, yes. Oh, it's 3 separate sections.
Attention. Satellite broadcast window is opening soon. All upload data must be approved by your department supervisor.
Remington says that voice sounds oddly familiar. It kind of does. May or may not have heard it. That's just like the other day when I was watching an episode of Rick and Morty. There was an episode where they were like doing the whole Pluto is not a planet anymore type of thing, and they went to the planet Pluto, and the leader of that planet had a familiar voice, and it turns out it was Alfred Molina. And I was like, that's how I know. Too many noises. I don't know what's happening there. Ooh, that hit me dead on. Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. We ain't dying today, kids. There we go. Hold on. Someone named Simon Templeman. That's a cool last name. Mr. Templeman. A really cool last name. I can't say I've ever heard of the name. The name doesn't ring a bell, but maybe he's been in something that I remember. I don't know. Maybe another BioWare game? Maybe like a Dragon Age or something?
Watch your back.
Satellite broadcast window is opening soon. All upload data must be approved by your department supervisor.
Oh. Got Hunter. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. Where are they at? Ah, they're over here. This guy. Good job. Where am I getting shot at? Oh.
Right
Don't let him flamethrow you.
Heavy weapons.
Oh, shh.
All upload data must be approved by your department supervisor.
Now there was people shooting rockets.
Yes,
Oh my god.
Yes.
Don't die, Tally. Don't die, girl. Oh, here comes Geth Prime. Uh-oh. Geth Amazon Prime. Probably shouldn't go right up to him.
I have to heal.
Let's back it up. Oh my god, we're dead. As soon as I hit the aid button, died. Well, I was hoping we were going to be able to just end on 75 deaths. But nope. This room's layout is really weird because they're all coming from... Apparently they come from that staircase too. So really, we're just like flanked all
Moving
day
to
every
cover.
day.
You got it.
Right.
You just voice a lot of games, Mass Effect 3 and Dragon Age Origins. Oh, okay, so I might know him from Origins then.
All upload data must be approved by your department.
So I'm sure Origin had a lot of British actors in it. God damn it. Here's what we gotta do. We gotta hack this thing. Oh my god, get away from me.
That one. Scratch one.
Get away from me.
There we go.
Okay, where are they coming from? Just over here? Okay. Let's get down. Let's try and take him out. Ah. Woo. Got melted. Oh no. Oh no, not again, not again. I see you over there. Stupid Geth rocket trooper. Ah! Every time I have to reload. It sucks. Those rockets gotta go, man.
Fire in the hole.
Head of us.
Got hostile drone.
Alright, I gotta bounce. Let's go back this way a little bit more here. Okay. We could hack him if we want, but it's on cooldown right now. Just do that.
Scratch one.
Another Geth over there. Just one more, I think. Get this guy. Oh. Seriously hope there isn't one coming from behind me.
One down.
Clear? Clear. Alright, cool. Awesome. Robertson says, at this point, might as well go for 100. I hope not. I can't wait until we start Mass Effect 3. That way I can see 0. A big old fat 0.
Attention. Satellite broadcast window is opening soon.
It's gonna be good.
All upload data
Also,
must be approved by your department supervisor.
Debating on whether or not we should play on hardcore for Mass Effect 3 or insanity, the hardest. I don't even know why I'm going to ask this, but what do you guys think? Hardcore or insanity difficulty for Mass Effect 3? Cast your vote now, and it may or may not happen. Let's see. Because hopefully the Arrival DLC doesn't take too long tomorrow. That way we can start Mass Effect 3 for maybe like an hour or so. I don't know. Again, tomorrow's like one of those early days when I go to work, so
Attention. Satellite broadcast window
if
is
we could start
opening soon.
at noon,
All
then
upload data must be approved
we should
by
be able
your
to do at least
department
4
supervisor.
hours. We'll see about that. Remington says, you know my choice. Oh, super easy? Okay, cool, yeah. Guy Fury says insanity, but you'd have to be like super careful. Oh. I don't know how difficult it is. Like hardcore is difficult. It's definitely challenging at some points,
You need
but
to destroy the support struts now. They have their own capacitors. Try blowing them up.
it's been fun. And although like we have 76 deaths right now, I would say at least 15 or 17 of those came from that stupid Smuggle Depot mission where we just kept dying to the mechs that were destroying cargo, and there was like 3 of them. So if you count that down, there we're like at like, I don't know, a little bit above 60 or a little bit less than that. So it's not too bad. But yeah, it is it'll be interesting. Maybe we'll try insanity, and then if it's like too difficult, then we'll just stop it. But we'll switch it to hardcore or something. But I don't know, it might be fun for a bit. Destroy capacitor to bring down the support struts. Do I have to shoot at things, or is it just this?
Watch your right.
Oh no. Of course. Of course, Mr. Gav. Not too bad. Alright, let's blow this thing up. I don't know how... Am I gonna die? Okay. Blast radius not... Angry growl.
Integrity of dish has been compromised.
I don't see any more... Well, he's fighting a Geth over there. Alright, so we gotta destroy all these things. That's gonna be fun.
Oh,
See if we can do it.
taking fire.
Hurts. Okay, let's expose this one and blow it up.
Trouble behind.
I like how they just pop up from nowhere.
Their shields are mine.
Oh, Geth Prime. Tally, you're gonna die. Tally's dead. She's dying. Not good considering we need her. Back out of here. Oh no, I'm dead. Okay, let's get her up. Get her up.
I'll make those away.
No, get out of here. Sick. Okay. Blow up the second one here. Remington says... Guy Fury says, gotta consider the Geth Prime's bigger Reaper enemies. They're gonna be tough. Things to consider before Insanity. Remington says, for perspective, in Doom's hardest difficulty, you die, you lose the save file. Can't be that bad. Wow.
Has been compromised.
That's rude. That's like a roguelike. But that's also very realistic. It's kind of
Incoming.
cool. I don't see any more enemies right now. Let's grab this. So I think we have 2 more to do. Blow this stuff up. Okay, I don't see any enemies around here. I'm doing it.
You've done it. You've severed the link to the satellite.
Oh, it was the last one. Move!
You've got to be kidding. Move! The whole thing's giving way.
Over here!
What the hell is going on around here?
Man's reach exceeding his grasp. Come on, I'll explain.
Explosions. That was kind of cool. Hey, that's it. We beat the DLC. That's it. That is all, everybody. That's it. It's not. It's not the end, I don't think. Transmission dish destroyed. Surviving scientists located. XP. Who cares about XP anymore?
You have my thanks, Commander Shepard. You bought us some time, though probably not much. This isn't over yet.
Isn't over yet. Great DLC, 10 out of 10, says Remington's. I know, it's like so much better than Lair of the Shadow Broker. I don't know. That explosion just did it for me. Kinda cool. The situation, who were you again? We kinda already know he's a scientist here. But I'm sure if we say this, he's gonna tell us the situation anyway.
Who did you say you were?
Dr. Gavin Archer, chief scientist at this facility, and probably the only one left.
Ah, okay, cool. Dr. Gavin Archer, chief scientist.
You owe us that explanation.
This is Project Overlord, an attempt to gain influence over the Geth by interfacing the human mind with the VI. The results have been less than satisfactory.
A human mind with a VI? That's putting it mildly.
I'd hate to see what you'd call a disaster.
You can't dismiss the entire project. We did succeed. At least partially. My brother, David, volunteered to serve as a test subject, but his mind couldn't handle the VI connection. He's like a virus now, infecting our networks and seizing control of any technology he finds. It's why you had to destroy the dish. Imagine if his program got off-world.
Infecting? What are the consequences? Tell me about infecting.
How does he take control of electronics?
This is a hybrid intelligence the likes of which I've never seen. I don't know where the man ends and the machine begins.
What are the consequences?
What's the worst case scenario?
A technological apocalypse. Every machine, every weapon, every computer could be turned against us. If he hit the extranet, who knows where it would end?
So, robot uprising is what you're saying. Okay. You didn't take precautions?
You should have considered that before you started the experiment.
We couldn't be expected to account for every outcome. Certainly not the abomination David has become. David, the VI has fortified itself in the main laboratory at Atlas Station.
Atlas.
It's in lockdown now.
Would you kindly? Or would you kindly?
To enter, you need to manually override security from our facilities in the Prometheus and Vulcan stations.
Prometheus? Vulcan? Look at these sci-fi terms right here. That's kind of cool. Prometheus, obviously the Ridley Scott film. Vulcan, obviously Star Trek. Right? Right? Robot Uprising sounds mild compared to Reapers, says Romingtons. Yeah. Oh, man. Alright, here's the interesting thing. In Mass Effect 3, there is an option that we can do so that way during dialogue cutscenes like this, we can make it so that way Shepard doesn't have his helmet on, and we can actually see his face and his facial expressions and stuff like that. So in Mass Effect 2, we don't have that option. We either wear a helmet or we don't. If you don't wear a helmet, then you're kind of making yourself sort of kind of handicapped going into missions, because helmets have different effects, you know, like health and shields and stuff like that. So you have to wear a helmet, but at least they put the option in Mass Effect 3 to remove helmets when you're in a cutscene, which is pretty cool. Vulcan, back to my Star Trek days, says Guy Fury. Yeah, man. Override. Need to manually override security.
How does the lockdown work?
It's a fail-safe procedure in the event of an emergency.
Fail-safe?
Normally, all 3 project leads have to agree to cancel the lockdown. I'm the only one left now. I can give my authorization, but you'll have to manually reset the other 2 yourself.
And what happens if I have to kill your brother?
Let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
That low-res picture. So, his brother was a test subject to combined human brain with a VI, and his brother is now that VI. So, it sounds to me like there's no way to save him. We'll see. These are all very interesting questions here to ask. We'll ask about those 2 things. Well, let's start with Project Overload, I guess. Overlord, oh my god. There's one, I said overload.
Tell me more about Project Overlord.
We wanted to turn the Geth's religious impulse into a weapon. When we saw them following Saren, we realized they could be swayed. And if a proper figurehead was created, a virus with a face, if you will, the Geth might be controlled.
Ah, okay. So they were trying to do what the Reapers were doing to Harbinger and to the Geth, where they were controlling them, indoctrination, if you will. And they were trying to do it here, but for other reasons. Not to probably destroy the world and stuff.
That's an ambitious undertaking.
It would be the perfect weapon. Victory without casualties. We could avoid war with the Geth altogether. That was the plan, anyway.
This game should have been called Indoctrination Effect. Pretty good. Prometheus and Vulcan stations.
Tell me about the Vulcan and Prometheus stations.
Vulcan Station is our geothermal plant. It generates power for the 4 outposts. Prometheus Station is a crashed Geth ship full of dormant machines. We use them for our experiments.
Sounds like we're going to leave Prometheus last then. If we have a choice to do either Vulcan or Prometheus first, we're going to do Vulcan. Because Prometheus sounds like a pretty good one to end on. Tell me about this station.
What happens on this station?
This is Hermes Station, our communications uplink with the wider galaxy. If you hadn't destroyed the dish in time, the outcome would have been catastrophic.
Catastrophic. Experiment in Atlas Station left. Robington says, I forgot to mention at the end of Mass Effect 2, and you just reminded me. Uh-oh, the typing has commenced. Tell me about the experiment.
What went wrong with the experiment?
David volunteered to interface with the VI to give it genuine consciousness. Theoretically, it should have been safe, but with artificial intelligence, there's no such thing as safe.
Bad idea to begin with.
Then you shouldn't have attempted it.
And what if you've never attempted to find the Reapers, Commander Shepard? Where would the galaxy be then? Sometimes you have to ignore the risks.
Definitely making a case for himself here. Overton says, I forgot to mention at the end of Mass Effect 2, all throughout Mass Effect 2, I felt like Harbinger was a missed opportunity. He's going to be in Mass Effect 3, isn't he? It's a Reaper. Are you talking about just like in terms of like you wish they showed more of him, or they didn't use him enough? Because before you find out that like what the Reapers were doing, he pretty much is the bad guy for this game, but then you go along and ultimately it's the Reapers because they're controlling Geth and whoever else, Harbinger. So it's pretty interesting. But yeah, I kind of agree, like, in terms of appearances by Harbinger, wasn't really a lot. Wasn't really a lot. Felt like he was an underdeveloped villain, like the main bad guy without being as good as Saren. Yeah, I could see. I see what you mean. Saren definitely was more developed than Harbinger was. But I think ultimately, at the end of the day, the main villain in Mass Effect 2 is pretty much like the Reapers, pretty much at the end of the day. But I don't know. I see what you mean, though.
What can you tell me about Atlas Station?
Atlas Station is the main laboratory where all of our VI experiments take place. It's your final goal once you've overridden the lockdown.
Ah, okay.
It's also where my brother became something else.
So the end implies he is going to be in Mass Effect 3, right? I can neither confirm or deny that. One would say... I don't know. I mean, like... From what I remember about Harbinger at the end... We're talking Mass Effect 2 spoilers, by the way. Is... He gets blown up. He gets blown up with that whole collector base stuff. He dies. So, unless there's more collectors out there, I don't think you'll see Harbinger. But, yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure he was blown up.
I'm heading out now.
The other stations are all within driving distance. Best of luck, Commander.
Oh, we gotta drive? Nice. I mean, he could be in it, but I remember there being a scene that shows him getting destroyed.
Bunkering down. Right.
I'm on it. No more targets.
No more targets. I'm sure he abandoned his possession and the collector he was in blew up. Maybe. I've never really thought about that, though. Kind of like you guys, we're kind of just like discussing it. I've never like thought about that at all. And it's been a while since Mass Effect 3, and I don't really remember what happens in that. Aside from, of course, you know, some things. Alright, so he wants us to drive to some stations here. Atlas Station. Rogue VI must be stopped, but first the lockdown must be overridden from Prometheus and Vulcan stations. Locate other stations. Travel to Vulcan and Prometheus stations to override the lockdown from each facility. We're going to go with Vulcan first, and then go to Prometheus. But we'll see how this goes. Robington says, I really liked Saren, and I was kind of disappointed in Mass Effect 2 until that very last minute. Yeah, like, the very end, that suicide mission of Mass Effect 2 is amazing. Like, the music is good, it's very intense, the story is good. Having to make decisions using all the companions that you have gathered throughout the game. It was so good. It was so good. That's why I prefer Mass Effect 2 over Mass Effect 1 as of right now. And you guys can definitely form your opinions when we play through 3. But Mass Effect 2 is just so good in so many aspects. Refuel regularly.